It's important for me to say these things. Men who have no control over their minds have no control over their lives. A man who has no mastery over the issues that go on in his mind will not have mastery over the issues of his life. A man's realities are nothing but a direct function of the state of the mind as per the way he thinks. Thoughts are crucial to the making or the mind of men upon the face of the earth. You are nothing but a direct product of your thoughts. The big question is, how do you think? And also, what do you think about? Thoughts come as a result of informations that are passed even through the senses of the flesh into our minds. And what we resolve to think about, we create and we establish upon the face of the earth. It's important to note that everything upon the face of the earth is a direct product of somebody's thought or idea. Every idea is a thought. So therefore, just how do you think? And what do you think about? I said it in previous broadcast that many of us, and every one of us rather, think in three dimensions. We think in the past, we think in the present, and we think futuristically. He who thinks along the lines of the past thinks along memory lane. He who thinks in the present thinks along the lines of the here and the now, the present. He who thinks along the lines of the future is said to be operating in imagination. And it's always important for us to note that he who thinks along the lines of the past will hardly make good progress into the future. And he who thinks along the lines of the future in imagination will always excel and create for himself or herself a great tomorrow than it is or than they have in their today. But in the way we think and the things we think about, we must be careful not to allow our minds to be overcharged with the negative thoughts that bring us into a state of bewilderment. We must be careful not to allow our minds to be overcharged with negative thoughts and negative things, because every one of these negative thoughts have a way of weighing us down and destroying our potentials. Please hear me and hear me well. It's important for everyone under the sound of my voice to hear what the Lord said in Ephesians chapter number 4, verse 27. Neither give place to the devil. God you don't see, the devil you don't see. But one thing you will always realize is that the devil makes himself manifest in people's minds. by virtue of the suggestions, by virtue of the opinions, by virtue of the convictions, by virtue of the words that he deposits within the mind of a person. That's why you always hear people, after they have done what they have done, they will say, the devil made me do it, especially when it is negative. They will say, the devil made me do it. Is the devil behind it? Why? Because somewhere deep down in their minds, they gave place. They gave place. They created a space for the devil to hold sway. The Bible says, give no place to the devil, because every thought becomes an action. Every thought in the mind realm becomes a reality in the physical realm. So you who begin to toy with strange negative thoughts, you don't know what you're doing to yourself. You're creating an opportunity for the enemy to show up and manifest in your life, in the physical realities. I say this by the word of the Lord. Be careful. Mind your minds. Take charge of your minds. We're told when the serpent came before Eve, he spoke words to her. And the Bible says, Eve was beguiled, Eve was deceived, Eve was led astray to do the things that were wrong because her mind was deceived. And my prayer for you is that your mind be not deceived. And the only way your mind will not be deceived is for you not to give place. Don't create space for the devil. How do we know the devil? We know the devil not by virtue of what he wears on the external. We know the devil by virtue of the things that he does and the things that he says. We know everything that are done or that is done upon the face of the earth is first the product of the thoughts. So before people kill in the physical, they have first nurtured the thoughts of killing within them. That's the devil. Before people lie externally with their mouth, they have thought about the lies first within them in their minds. Before people cheat, deceive, and do anything that be wrong upon the face of the earth, it is first as a thought. For as a man thinks within him, so he is without. So men who try to change themselves in the physical realm, who have not gone deep within themselves, will never ever be able to make the change happen.